I am pissed. This video will be angry. It will not in any way be nice to hear. So if you are a sensitive individual, I'm gonna need you to back up 100,000 feet. Just click off the video now. You don't want to get angry and are part of the LGBTQIA plus community because you will get angry at my words. So just leave and don't argue with me because I'm not gonna argue in the comments. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna do that. There's a reason they is the ghost in every grammar textbook. It slips between the cracks of pronoun rules. Kind of like smoke through a keyhole is what it does. It's been with us since Shakespeare, since Chaucer, since before Twitter thought it invented language. They is not new. They is not a trend. They look cool. They are over there. They is the linguistic manifestation of possibility. That's what it is. English, oh, sweet English, my second language, mind you, and my sweet disaster of a language, has always needed they. Now, there are some common examples of which you can use they. For the stranger, whose gender we don't know. For the doctor whose name was on a form. Dr. Pepper could be a boy or a girl. Who knows? It's doctor. No idea. For the artist behind a brushstroke that made you cry, it's a stand-in for the unknown, the in-between, the you'll know when you meet them. That they has always been there. They is always there. And when I meet somebody who I forget, because I forget everybody, I meet hundreds of people, I use they. With my friends who are male, they. If you refer to me as they, look at them over there. That guy, them, they over there. Me, you can say that. I won't care. I won't care. I never will and never have. Is a neutral term. It's a neutral term for when you don't want to remember. Now, this is important because I know someone's going to comment and say this. I know what degendering is, and we'll get that to the moment because we're facing a strange twist. We're using they, them to include everything. It's become this exclusion now. They, them is not just for non-binary people. It's not. It's for everybody. They, them is for everybody. That's what it is. That's it. You can't be too neutral. It's impossible. It's like being accused of being offensive because you held the door open and someone wanted to kick it down instead. You can't do that. So here goes the paradox of degendering. So obviously, I'm an ally. I'm bisexual and asexual. I date men, women, trans, whatever. I date everybody. I'm just not that invested provocatively in the bedroom. I'm not. That's my whole, there goes my identity. Good for you. So here goes the fun thing, right? Here goes the fun thing. Someone who uses they, them to respect strangers is accused of erasing gender altogether. Now, if you know someone's pronouns and you don't use the pronouns and continue to use they, them maliciously, because you don't want to refer to them as that, because now you're assuming intention, which is pissing me off. You're assuming intention. That's what's happened. I'm not stripping identity when I use they, them, because why the fuck does my opinion matter to you? Have you considered that in your life once? Have you ever in your life considered that the opinions of people who you don't think about don't matter? I think you're a bad person. Great. I don't think about you ever. Are you aware of that? Are you aware that I never think about you? Ever. Not once. I don't consider you. Ever. Not in my day-to-day, not when I go to work, not when I hang out with my wife, not when I see my cats, not when I'm driving down the highway, not when I'm filing my taxes, not when I'm playing a video game. I don't think about you personally, ever. Have you considered that? And I hope you don't think about me personally either. I really hope you don't. It's parasocial, dude. It's weird, isn't it? I don't. They is a regular term. Calling someone transphobic for using a gender-neutral term when gender is uncertain is not progressive. It's not protective. It's reactionary. Now, this is in reference to a video I made where I was at my friend's funeral, who you guys don't know at all, who went by the terms he, him. They didn't mind if I used they during their lifetime. You're assuming something about someone who you don't know. You are assuming is what you're doing. And assumptions make an ass out of you and me is what's happening there. You're not doing something compassionate. You're doing something ridiculous. And it's so ironic. They exist to protect identity. They is, I see you even if I don't know everything about you yet. Because it doesn't assume. They doesn't assume. That's what it is. It gives space. It gives breath. It's the linguistic equivalent of, I won't assume your story. Just tell me when you're ready. It's not even close to erasure. Now, I'm not stupid. I know transphobia is real. It's violent. It's deadly. And I'm sure misgendering somebody is painful. No debate there. Period. No, I have no debate upon misgendering being harmful. I have no debate for you there. I don't. But when we aim the hammer of condemnation at people who are trying, and not allowing mistakes to be made, you simple, I'm not going to insult you. So people who are trying, we blunt it against the wrong wall. We exhaust energy on nuance while the real oppressors laugh at you, untouched, unbothered, and counting clicks. You are not fighting a fight, period. You're micromanaging stupid garbage. It's dumb. And this is the age of internet hot takes, where 240 characters and you can get everything. There's no room for nuance. There's no grace for mistakes made in good faith. If you say they because you're trying to be kind, there's a risk someone might drag you across the coals because they're fucking virtue signaling. Just to prove that I'm not enlightened enough for some stupid nonsense. You're wasting your time, your breath, your day. You're wasting so much energy you could be using to actually do real activism, instead of attacking, messaging me on my Discord and my Instagram and my Facebook request for some reason, messaging me saying, hey, I'm going to read this verbatim. I'm just going to read this right in front of me. I'm not going to expose the person. I'm not giving it any publicity. I'm going to read this right in front of my face. Hey, Saros, just got done watching your trans fan on a funeral video. Love the entire video. You're really cool. However, I have one slight issue. The slight issue is that you use they to refer to somebody that identified as a male during their life. Now, I know you didn't mean any ill intention. I hope this helps. Degendering is the process that a lot of people use when they don't want to refer to somebody as the gender. And I know you don't mean it maliciously, but I am feeling as though this is going to set a harmful example considering you have a big platform. And I don't want that to ruin anything. I'm not going to be watching any more of your videos because I don't want to risk that because it triggered me a little bit. So have a lovely day. I hope you do successful. That's a very pleasant message. And it's meant to inform me. And I appreciate that. And I love that. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm happy you're not here because you're not going to see this video unless you are here and you just lied to my face. But when I explain something that I already know over and over again because you think I'm stupid or think I'm ill-informed, when I read, I explain things to people. I read. That's my entire life is reading. I read more than the common person. It's a vast underestimation of my ability to interpret information at a level that is above a fifth grader. It is disgusting to me. It is asinine. We're forgetting what makes language human. We are not perfectly knit code of virtues and moralities. We are learning. We are a mess. We stutter. We stumble. We try. The enemy is not the person who said they because they didn't want to assume, or even more than that, because they just said the word they to refer to somebody because maybe they just were using it as a general term, as a general gender neutral term. If somebody knows your pronouns and uses they, it's not a fucking attack. It's not an attack against you. It's not. It's not. And to say, well, they're using it maliciously, I can tell. If they are using it maliciously, then by all means, talk to that one person. If they are using it maliciously, I'm using they right now. Look at that. If that person, if they're using that maliciously, then by all means. If a trans woman approaches me, it says that her pronouns are she, her, by all means. I'm going to use she, her as much as humanly possible. If someone asks me and says, who's that over there? Oh, that's Alicia. They're Alicia. Then by all means, I'm not being malicious or angry. I'm just referring to somebody who is not present in the conversation. I do this with everybody. With my father, my dad, I think they like pizza. They enjoy pizza. I think that's what they like. I just use gender neutral terms for everything because it's easier for me. It's so much easier to just refer to everything as a blanket statement. You guys are a collective to me. Most people are a collective to me. Humans in general. I can be a part of the collective too. Just use the word. It's so much easier. It's stupid. You can't evolve language if you're restricting it at the same exact time. You're doing nothing. You've accomplished genuinely nothing. You are accomplishing nothing. We need to reclaim space for learning, for compassion, for the quiet understanding that not everybody is fluent in gender theory, but many are fluent in care. And when someone uses they, maybe, have you considered this? They're not erasing you. Maybe they're reaching for you across the gap. Maybe it's an outstretched hand and not a blindfold. And to the people who get hurt, who feel unseen by generality, I hear you. I do. I understand that you've worked really hard on your identity. You've put it in a nice little bow. You've spent all this time saying, I worked really hard in presenting as a male. I worked really hard at presenting as a woman. I worked really hard at doing this. I want other people to see me as this. I'm going to tell you something really important. You need to stop basing your fucking personal identity on the preconceived notions or opinions of other people who don't care about you. Even if it's your friends, even if it's your parents, identity is for you. It's yours. It's not everybody else's. It's not mine. It's yours. Identity, the journey of self-discovery is not for everybody. It is for you to discover what works for you. And if those people, if they can't understand you, if they don't understand what you are, who cares? Who gives a damn? Don't go out of your way to correct them. Don't go out of your way to do that. Who cares? Because you're making it harder for everybody. It's about the effort to not presume, to not define people before they define themselves. They is the pause before the assumption. Because at the end of the day, I'm not a walking Wikipedia page. I don't know everything. I'm not a hashtag. I'm not a phonetic puzzle to be solved at first glance. I'm a person. I'm complicated. I'm contradictory. So are you. We're beautiful. And you demanding perfection from me to message me to the 213 messages. You pieces of human filth have lost the plot. So no, the way that I use they is not degendering. I'm not transphobic. It's not an act of violence. I am extending an olive branch from my mouth. And I may not be perfect. It's a hell of a lot more respectful than assuming someone's soul based on a glance. And I can already hear somebody in the comments right now. I can already hear you. I can hear you saying, put in more effort. Fuck you. I will make this the worst day of your life. I will ruin everyone's life for the love of the game. I will do it. Do not in any universe ever make an enemy out of me. Don't. I will ruin it for everybody. I am more than willing to cause nuclear winter. For no reason. I am petty. I am spiteful. I am not reasonable. Don't. I am a schizoaffective psychopath. Don't test me. I beg of you, don't. I will destroy all of it. Every piece of everything. I will grift. If you keep pissing me off. Genuinely, you are agitating the hell out of me. It's agitating. If it was just 10 messages or 20, I'd be like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. I have a huge platform. I expected But calling me on Facebook, messaging me on Instagram, approaching me in public, and expressing that I used the wrong thing and said I'm a bad person because of it. I'll show you a bad person. You want to see a former Crip fuck up everyone's life? You want to see that? You want to see me use market manipulation and ruin everything? You want to see me get to the highest plateau and destroy everything? You want me to bring back 1950s misogyny? Is that what you want? You want that, don't you? You want anger. You want vitriol. You want me to act in my nature. You want me to be violent is what you want. I'm not reasonable, but I'm trying to be. I really am. I'm trying to understand and learn. But if you start attacking me, I will strike back with fury and hellfire in every single capacity. I promise you I will. Because you're pissing me off. You're genuinely pissing me off. Like, you're agitating me. I work a 9-to-5 job and I make these videos because it helps me. But now I'm on the diaspora of the internet where everybody has an opinion about everything, whether it's right or wrong. It's not even opinion sometimes. Sometimes you're just factually wrong. And that happens. And I make mistakes. I'm willing to own up to every mistake I make, but this is a matter of linguistics and intention, and you're assuming my intention. If I want it to be nasty and horrible and undermining and fucked up, I'd be that. Over and over and over and over again. I'd ruin things for the love of the game, is what I'd do. But I'm not. I'm not doing that. If you want war with me, I will cause war with you. I do not take things laying down. If I am generally incorrect about something, I will correct myself and move on with newfound knowledge because that's how people grow. But you guys aren't being helpful. You're being mean. And I swear to God, to whatever God I can find, you don't want me to be mean back to you because I will ruin you. Period. Have a very lovely day.